If you follow us on social media, you probably know by now that we had something kind of come up with the boat, and unfortunately it's going to delay the start of our sailing season until probably the end of June, when we would have liked to have started getting out and taking some trips a little bit sooner than that. And well, Jim will tell you the details because he knows a bit more of the technicalities than I do.
So the issue we are having I'm not going to blast anybody about, who should have caught it or when it should have been caught, but it's obviously been going on for multiple years now, and there is probably 7-ish times where someone could have seen it and stopped it and didn't stop it. So what had happened was we had a issue with the switch on the shower sump. So it was working intermittently, and when we showered on the boat, it wasn't pumping the water off all the time, and we'd have to reach down in the inspection panel and kind of flick the switch around to get it to work, and you hit it 10 times before it would finally work sometimes.
And sometimes it wouldn't work and it would just dump into the bilge, which is not good.
Yeah, that's not ideal to dump it into the bilge.
But this isn't about the bilge or the pump. It's
yeah. So a common problem on this boat is corrosion of the mast step, which is this is what's called a keel step mast. So it is sitting on a piece of kind of like a T piece of iron, and the mast sits on top of that T, and then it sits on what's called a shoe, so it doesn't move around on it. So it's a common problem on the Islander Freeport. I don't know if it's just the 36 or if it's also the 38 and the 41. I'm not sure about that. But as I was doing the switch in the sump, I looked over to inspect it, and you can only see the side of it, and I saw metal sloughing off into the bilge area. So I had a friend come over, we talked about it. He's actually the owner of Longship. We talked about what the next step would be to kind of figure out what exactly is going on, how bad the situation is. We both came to the agreement that I need to cut up the floor so we can actually have an inspection area and see the mast step. So after cutting up the floor, he wasn't here. I cut it up a couple days later, and when I cut it up, it was pretty apparent that it had been eroding away for a pretty long time. It's kind of disappointing because we can't do day sailing or anything. It's actually bent. The mast step is actually bent from the pressure on it. So what I had done once we had seen it is actually took the stays and I loosened them up a little bit, just to take some of the pressure off of that mast step so it's not pushing down so hard on it. We have no choice but to fix it. We can't put the sails up, it's too corroded away. And after we came to that conclusion, we had Aaron come back over, and we took a couple core samples, a couple drill samples of the stringers that it sits on. And unfortunately, when Islander made the boat, they didn't seal the stringer, so water just drains right into the stringer, which is basically fiberglass over wood. And since it's been getting wet for so long, it's now rotted the stern side stringer. So we're not sure how bad that is, but we are going to have to cut it open and replace a portion of that stringer. At least a portion. Hopefully not the whole thing. I doubt it's the whole thing. I would say it's probably a couple feet each way. So that is the situation we're in. So due to just some prior things we have on our schedule, we're not going to be able to even start this repair until June. So our new thing on sunny days and nice days is we're going to be fixing leaks, doing some repairs to the boat. We're going to release some videos of some of the repairs we're doing. We're going to also do a repair video on the mast step. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe, check out our Patreon page, and check out more videos.